brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them active, get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
And they've got it. Gonna pick up the first down there. Right around midfield.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Travis Hunter. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Dante Fowler there to make the tackle. This will be 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Forced out left. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts.
If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405, one of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing to start. Here's Dart. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 12 yards.
First pass, good for a dozen, and a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play. This drive started to take some nice shape. Another first and 10 here. Throwing is Dart. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On the carry, it's Achane. Open space inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Dart. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll be second and goal. Dart. Forced out wide. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Two incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal.
Georgia.
He'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. He is close to getting there, but they're going to stop on the yard, or maybe 2 yards short. What will happen? Can the defense hold him? It is fourth and goal coming up.
It's now fourth and goal.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. And this will pay off. It is caught. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this. And you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return is Achan. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. That's quickly out to Harrison. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the 1st down marker. That's a pickup at 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A run here with Achan. And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Dart. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 12. And the Falcon 1st down.
And they're not going to snap it. We have come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Dart. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. It's 2nd down.
On the coverage.
They'll run with Achan. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and short. Here's Dart. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go, and here's Dart. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Is a turnover on down.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Dante Fowler getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive. That'll bring up 2nd and long. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 2nd down, Dart. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. Still short of the 1st down, but he got a good chunk of yardage back with that one. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On the ground, here is Achan. A big play there for Baltimore. And even 30 yards.
It's a gain of 30.
Third down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
On first down, Dart. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Dart. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Not fun here. Third and a lot. In motion, it's Jefferson. Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. That's caught by Harrison right side. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
A gain of 15 yards. Brings up fourth down.
They'll send a man in motion left. Throwing. Dart. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. Here's Dart on first and 10. That went out wide to Achane. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down, they need 7. Looking to throw. It's Dart. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
A run, and it's Achane. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's taken in. And he will not get to the marker here. The defense has held on fourth down, turning it over to the offense and giving them a short field after that turnover on down. On first and 10, here is Dart. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to find Marvin Harrison Jr.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath. Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 to score as the third quarter begins. On the return is Achan. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The third quarter begins with a run. Up the sideline to the 40. Inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece.
At 7. Chase McLaughlin.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. On the return is Achan. He gets free inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and good. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Falcons 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second.
Dart can throw here on second down.
32-yard line.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
Out of the gun, third down. It's Dart. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until... The 25. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First down, Falcons.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Now here's second and goal.
3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Achan is into end zone. It's a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, he continues to be the focal point of this offense all night long, and he's already up over 100 yards on the ground. No sense of reinventing yourself. Continue to do with what got you here, and he adds another nice run to his night and ends up in the end zone once again.
14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return is Achane. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
That's Harrison in motion. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Good set. Easy, simple.
Drive will start on the ground. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
To the air on second down. Dart flush to his right. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Throwing now on third and long. Exiting the pocket right. He's got his man. That's Fulton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this third quarter of play. Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. On the ground, Achane opens up this fourth quarter. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the Ravens' 39-yard line.
Dart. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up first down.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Throwing is Dart. This throw left side taken in by the rookie wide receiver.
Complete to number 8. A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcon first down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Dart. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That's taken in by Achane. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up. To the air once more is Dart. That could be the dagger. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin.
Dart's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the toss, they'll run. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll get it with still a minute 20 left to go in the game. They face 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's Dart. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be taken down up around the 30.